Welcome to Cavaletto Studios. I'm Chris. Today's class will utilize many eagle arms for the shoulders. We will explore postures to challenge your strength and connect with your own creative variations. Stick with me as we add a twisted pigeon and a surprise core posture at the end to finish strong. Be sure to like and subscribe below. Let's get started. All right, so let's lower ourselves into child's pose. Separate your knees, feet together. Walk those hands out. Gently let your elbows go to the floor and then your forehead. If your forehead doesn't reach the floor, just go ahead and stack your hands and place your forehead on your hands. Start to slow your breath, breathing in and out through the nose. Feel your spine stretching out. Maybe start to shift your hips side to side. Just warming up your body for your practice today. Let your forehead rock side to side on the mat or your hands. If you have an intention you want to set for your practice, feel free. Another couple breaths. Feel what's going on in the belly as it expands and contracts with each breath. Feel your hips starting to relax a little more. And then go ahead and walk your hands a little bit further out or uncross them if your head is on your hands. I want you to reach the arms out as far in front of you as you can. Fingertips on the floor. Press your fingertips into the floor. Lift your palms off so just your fingertips are touching like tents. And really feel that stretch through the armpits. Lengthen. Think of tucking your chin and feeling the crown of your head pushing towards your hands, your tailbone to the back. Another couple breaths here. And then go ahead and lower your palms to the floor. Start to shift up out of your child's pose and bring your knees under your hips and your hands under your shoulders, spreading out those fingertips. Then we're just going to gently drop our hips side to side, just loosening things up, dropping it side to side. And you're about 90 degrees at the hips and the knees. And notice if you get any snap, crackle, pop. And then coming back to center, let's do a couple cat-cows. Again, waking up the spine, draw the chin to the chest. Nice exhale as you push through the tops of the feet. And then inhale, draw the shoulders away from the ears as you arch through the back. And then exhale, round, tucking the belly in. And then inhale, lift and open. And one last time, exhale, round. And inhale, lift and open. And then extend the head towards the front of the mat. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, flat neutral spine. Take your right leg, you're going to extend it, but you're going to place your tippy toes on the back of the mat. Tuck your toes like you're pressing through the ball of your foot on the back of your right foot on the mat. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Just really stretch out the toes, the bottoms of the feet, and then wiggle that heel side to side. Maybe shift the body forward and back. Pushing through your fingertips as well. And then lower the knee, and then let's try the left. Tuck those toes forward. And wiggle the foot side to side. A little gentle press back into the ball of the foot. Pushing into those fingertips. Yes, we're still pushing into the toes. The leg is straight. And then we're going to pull the knees back underneath the hips. One more time, drop the hips side to side from your tabletop. Go ahead, find your neutral spine, and we're going to tuck those toes back under. Lean back, push your hips back towards your heels. So you're really stretching it out. Push through those palms, round through your back, tuck your chin into your chest. Take a breath in, and then exhale it out. As you open up the chest, draw your head up, and then lift all the way to downward facing dog. And then walk out those feet. Walk your dog, pedal those feet, push into the fingertips again. Shift those hips as you walk your dog. Loosen things up. Now you're going to plant that left foot, and let's bring the right knee up, bend the knee, and circle that whole hip. Circle, circle, big circles. And then change direction. About 3 or 4 circles each direction. And then we're going to extend the legs straight back to three-legged dog. Really lengthen. Push those shoulder blades away from the ears. Good. And then I want you to pull that right foot between your hands and lower your left knee to the floor and untuck the back toe. Walk it all the way up to a kneeling lunge. Bring your arms out to the side. And then you're going to take your right elbow underneath your left and find your eagle arms. And just draw them gently up and down. Pushing through the back of your top foot and the front heel of your front foot. And then open up the arms, extend them. Let's try the opposite way. So left arm under right and draw up and down and notice the difference. I can tell definitely one shoulder different than the other. Anybody else? Yes. And then unwind those arms, reach them up to the sky. Take a breath in. Exhale, 2 hands to floor, tuck your back toe, find your plank. Nice, strong plank. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, shift onto your toes. Elbows come in as you slowly lower your chaturanga. Come as close to the floor as you can. Belly comes down to the floor. Baby cobra, or just a little tiny cobra, lifting up. And then exhale back down. Tuck your toes. Slide onto your knees. Tuck your toes back. Hips to heels. Good. Press the fingertips wide and into the floor, and then find your downward facing dog again. Breathing into it. Shoulders away from the ears. Left leg comes up. Bend the knee. Circle the hip. Circle that knee. Loosen things up. And then the other direction. Anybody get a hip hop? Little release there. Extend the leg straight so you can get that three-legged dog. Really lengthen through that spine. And then we're going to bend that knee. Pull that left foot between the hands. Lower the right knee. Untuck the toe. Walk it up. Extend the arms. You're in a nice low lunge here. Left elbow under right. Find your eagle arms. And just gently draw up and down. Anybody notice the difference on one side than the other, especially with the hip or the shoulders when we changed legs? And then extend the arms out to the side, and then take your right elbow under left, eagle arms the opposite way, wrapping them around, drawing them up and down. If there's any variations of this, explore them. Please take it. If this doesn't work for you, do a different arm posture. Extend the arms out to the side, lift them up. Exhale, hands to floor. Step back to your plank. Nice and strong, engaging the core. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Oh, feel that strength. Deep breath in. Slowly, slower this time than the first time. Lower all the way towards the floor. And then let's find an up dog or a cobra. Again, your body, your choice. The fun thing about yoga is you get to choose a variation. And let's find our downward facing dog. And then walk out those feet. Pedal them out. Just feel how your body is lengthening and getting stronger. Just so happy that you're moving up and down into those toes. Find your breath. Soften your knees. Draw your belly towards your thighs. Push into the palms and the fingertips. And your downward facing dog. Excellent. Now you're going to shift towards a plank. Find your plank again. Now this time you're going to walk yourself all the way down to your elbows, to an elbow plank. And again, find that strength. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. I want you to lift the hips just slightly so you can really feel that core working. Warming up the body. Lengthening through the neck. Another breath or two. Let's make it 2. Why not? It's a great way to start our practice a little deeper. And then I want you to slowly let your belly come all the way to the floor. Untuck your toes. Press up slightly with the upper body so we're coming into Sphinx. Keeping your elbows and your palms on the floor. Lengthen through the neck. Feel the belly stretching out. Feel the lengthening through the back. But never compressing. If you're up high and this bothers your back or you feel any pinching, just take your chest a little bit lower to the floor. We're continuing to breathe as we press into the palms, as we're trying to almost drag ourselves forward. Lengthen the neck a little more and look over your right shoulder and give me a smile. Now look down at on the right, still looking to the right, look down at your right foot. Really get a nice twist going there. And then slowly come back up. Let's look to the other side and notice, how does the left side feel when we're looking? Is it a little bit more restrictive? Is it a little easier? And then look all the way back down at that left foot. Check your breath. Is there any shakiness going on? That's okay. Come back to center. Lengthen. See if you can lengthen a little more through the belly. And you're still breathing. Now what you're going to do is you're going to press into your right hand is going to stay on the floor. I want you to bend your knees and let both your feet drop out to the right. So you're rolling to your right hip. Stack your knees and then lift your left arm off the floor and really open it up. Keep the elbow bent so you're opening up that chest. And then rock back onto the belly and the left forearm. Drop your legs to the left. Rotate onto your left arm. The legs are stacked on your left side. Open up that right arm up to it's still at 90 degree at the elbow. Open that chest. And then come back onto the elbows. Find your Sphinx again. Lengthen, lengthen. Now we're going to do one more time. We're going back to the right. So you're going to rotate onto that right. Maybe bring your hand a little bit at an angle so you're pulling it diagonally across your mat. Pivot onto your right hip. Bend the knees. I'm going to show you the back side. This time we're going to add a little challenge. Maybe lift to a side plank, but on your knees. And then extend the top leg straight out. Now option is to bend the knee, grab your big toe, and extend it up as well. That's an option. And then release it down and come back. Let's come back to the belly. Find your Sphinx pose. And again, we're just exploring some fun, different postures today. Lengthen. And that's the fun thing is like our bodies are different day to day, minute by minute, right? Hour by hour. So let's just see what we can do. Let's roll onto the left side. And your arm automatically might come a little bit across the mat because you want to have that angle so you have support in the shoulder. And we're going to open it up. Now we're going to lift off the hips so you're on your left knee. Maybe this is, the body's like, I'm good. Maybe you want to pull the knee in. Maybe you want to grab your big toe and extend it up. See where your body can go. Explore. I know that this leg's a little different. My other leg I got something going on with my hamstring. So again, whatever's going on with you, maybe that toe, maybe you just come here. That's fine. You have permission to do whatever you want as long as it feels good on when you move that body. Lengthen, extend, back into our Sphinx pose. Open up that belly, and then we're going to lower all the way down, hands to chest. Let's find our downward facing dog. Shift all the way up. Use your strength. Slowly transition. Walk the dog. Pedal out your feet. And just breathe. Melting into it. Now I want you to plant your left foot into the mat and bring your right leg up to a three-legged dog. Circle the ankle, both directions. And now you're gonna bend the knee. Now we're gonna bring that right foot between your hands, and again, you're gonna lower your left leg to the floor and walk it up. Come all the way back up. Maybe a little easier this time. Maybe you feel a little longer through the torso. Bring the arms all the way up. Press your palms together and bring them to heart space. Now twist towards that right leg. Bring your left elbow or tricep to the top of the thigh, pressing those hands together and get a nice twist. Now I want you to think about lengthening the neck and the torso here. Now maybe you stay here. Maybe you want to explore variations. Maybe you tuck your toe. Maybe you want to lengthen and straighten the back leg. Maybe you want to reach your left hand to the floor and the right arm up on the outside of that right thigh. Maybe the arm doesn't go there and you stay with the palms pressed together. Maybe your knee is still on the floor. It's all good. We're breathing. Whichever one you have. I both wobbled. And then we're going to release, bring the hands to the floor. We're going to step back to plank. Slowly lower into your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Again, lots of choices today. Exhale, downward facing dog. Spread out those fingers. Good. Up onto the toes, back into the heels. Now you're going to take a walk forward towards your hands. Take a walk. I know we haven't done the other side. It's coming. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. All the way up. Palms together at heart space. So you're at the top of your mat now. It's open to mountain, ground into the earth, and just check in. Check in with your body. How's it feel? How you warmed up? You might feel a little lopsided because we did one side. Don't worry, it's coming. Lots of fun things today. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms overhead, palms together. Exhale to heart space. Turn and twist wide on your mat. Take a step back with your right foot and open to a wide stance. Extend the arms out to the side, relax the shoulders. Right elbow under left. Let's find our eagle arms. Now again, there's variations on this one. Say you're here and it's like not quite happening. Place your hands on your shoulders and bring your elbows up. It's totally fine. There's a variation right there. Bend those knees and lower into it. And just breathe here. Maybe do some slight movement side to side with the arms and then come back to center. Extend them out to the side. Inhale, straighten the arms and the legs. Exhale, the arms back out. Left elbow under right, opposite side. Again, hands on the shoulders if you need a variation because it might bother your shoulders there. Bend those knees. Wiggle those toes. Tuck those hips. Maybe a gentle side to side. Notice the shoulders. And then we're going to unwind. We're going to inhale up. Exhale, both hands to the thighs. Bend those knees. Draw your left shoulder toward your right knee with a press on the inside of that left inner thigh. Twist. And then come back to center. Twist the opposite way. And then come back to center. Round through the back and slowly roll up. All the way. Inhale. Good. I want you to pivot and go to the back of your mat. Come all the way down to the floor and step back to plank. Deep breath in. Chaturanga. Slowly come up to your up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Relax those shoulders. Press into those fingers. Bring that left leg up for a three-legged dog. Push into that right heel into the floor. Bend that left knee. Kick it between the hands. Lower the right knee to the floor. And we're going to come all the way back up to a low kneeling lunge. And then bring the hands all the way together. Bring the right elbow or thigh, arm to the thigh and press into it. Now here you might want to have a variation. Tuck your back toe. Maybe lift that back leg. And then slowly maybe open, hand to the floor or up, Maybe one side's a little more challenging and you need to explore staying here. That's fine as well. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Either one. And then we're slowly coming back down. Hands to the floor. Step back to your plank. Nice tall spine. Deep breath in. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. And just breathe here for a moment. Slowly walk your feet forward to a forward fold. The back of your mat now. You're still at the back of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, palms to heart space. Now you're going to take a step back with your left leg. Come nice and wide. Open up those arms, breathing in. Exhale, palms to the thighs. Drop your right shoulder to the left knee. And then slowly come up. Press on the inner thigh of the opposite leg. Twist the opposite direction. And then we're going to come back to center. Round through the back. Slowly roll up. All the way. Inhale the arms. Touch the fingers at the top. Exhale, palms behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Open up the chest. Good. Turn those toes forward. And let's add a forward fold here. All the way. Just breathe. And then go ahead and release the fingertips to the floor. Flatten the back. Straighten out those arms. And then exhale, fold. And then walk both hands to the front of your mat. Take a step forward to the forward fold at the front of your mat. Slowly half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, soften or bend the knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. Palms at heart space. Beautiful. Take a nice deep breath. Find your mountain. Check your toes. Make sure your toes are pointing forward and that you're in that mountain. You're grounding into the earth, relaxing the shoulders. Let's close our eyes for a moment. Check in with the body and just make a mental note. Did you do a variation? Have you been exploring different options, how deep you can go? Maybe you're exploring options of backing off because maybe you have an injury or something going on in the body. It's all okay. Deep breath in, tap the fingers at the top of the up to the sky. Exhale, palms together behind the back. Interlace those fingers. Press the palms. Open that chest. Draw the chin in so things stay in alignment. And then exhale, add a forward fold. Bringing the arms overhead. And just breathe. Inhale and exhale. And then we're slowly going to release the hands to the floor. Draw the toes, the big toes, walk them in together so the toes are touching. Squeeze the thighs. Inhale, come up to Uttanasana, chair pose. Find your chair. Sitting into it, bring your palms together to heart space. Let's add a little twist. Drawing the left arm to the right thigh, pressing the palms together, just like before. Option, maybe you reach your hand to the floor and one to the sky. Maybe they stay together. Maybe just hold the thigh. It's all good. Relax the shoulders. And feel that nice twist. See if you can lower a little to the heels. And then we're slowly coming to center. And then hands to floor, forward fold. Feel that nice release. Hands to shins, lengthen, half lift. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees. Inhale to chair. Sliding into those heels. I'm going to turn around. Bring the palms together to heart space. Now it's the opposite side. Now twist the opposite way. Pressing that back of that tricep or the forearm into the opposite thigh. Press the palms, lengthen through the neck. Option, lots of options. Explore. What variation would you like to try? Maybe you reach for the floor. Maybe you reach to the sky. Maybe your hands are out front. Maybe they're both down. Maybe you're just here. Life is about options, right? We can choose. We got to find what works for our body. Let's release, come back to center and forward fold. And just hang out and breathe here. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, palms to heart space. You're still at the top of your mat. And then open to mountain. Excellent. Grounding into the earth. Deep breath in. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Let's step back to our plank. Nice and strong. And then slowly find your strength. Lower, bend the elbows. Lower, lower as close as you can. And then find your upward facing dog. Now, we're going to take a child's pose for a moment. Separate your knees, feet together. Slide those hips all the way back. Wiggle in between, your belly in between the thighs. Press your palms into the floor. And then slowly we're going to let our elbows go to the floor. And I'm going to have you bring your head all the way down again. And just rest for a moment. Good. Then we're slowly going to work our way back up. We're going to tuck our toes. Let's find our downward facing dog. Now you're going to take your right leg up to a three-legged dog, and you're going to pull the right knee towards the right hand, right foot to the left, coming to pigeon. Sliding into our pigeon. I want you to wiggle your way into it. Untuck that back toe, or you can keep it too far back on my mat. You can wiggle into it. You can use a block or a blanket under that hip if that bothers your hip. Use that back foot, straighten out your left leg. Try to get the top of your knee and the top of your foot on the mat and wiggle, wiggle a couple times. So I'm going to give you some options again, variations here. If you want to add, you're going to walk your hands forward so you can start to melt forward into your pigeon posture. We're going to add a little variation. So your right knee's forward. You're going to keep your right hand in front of you on the mat. Take your left palm upward underneath your right arm. Slide your left shoulder towards the mat. And maybe your head can rest too. So you can have a little twist. I would call this the Twisted Pigeon. And just breathe. My hips come off the floor a little bit, but it's a nice stretch. Now if this causes pain, then obviously don't go there. You can even try it the other way. Maybe you want to try it. Maybe there's something going on and that hip or shoulder doesn't feel right. You can always take the right arm under. It's a little more gentle on the body. So again, you have options. And just melt into it. Feel that glute, feel what's going on. Never forcing it. Feel that stretch through the shoulder. And then we're slowly going to come up, nice and slow. Open up the chest. Go to your fingertips like tense again. Really feel the stretch through that left hip. Feels delicious, doesn't it? Just feeling that whole opening up of the belly. We can breathe better. Bringing the palms back to the floor. Tuck your back toe under. Let's bring our right leg back up to our three-legged dog and just circle it around. Release any tension in that hip. Maybe straighten and then bend the knee. Feel the blood flow to that leg. It's happy that we got it all stretched and moving and massaged out that fascia. And then take that right foot to the floor. Walk your dog. Press through your fingertips and your palms. Relax your shoulders. We are relaxing as much as we can without forcing any pressure in places. So make adjustments. Take your left leg up. Three-legged dog. Are you ready? We're going to our pigeon on the left. I know you're excited about doing the other side, right? And this is where we wiggle again. Wiggle into it. Just shift your hips gently side to side. Use that right leg that's straight behind you. Wiggling into it. Throw that block under a hip or a blanket or a pillow if that feels better and helps you support your body in that posture. And then once you're there, you can start to walk your hands forward. And maybe you just stay on the elbows. If you want to add that twist, you're going to reach the left arm out and draw the right arm under, going to that right shoulder. Maybe you try the other way. Again, either is fine. Play around with your posture. Explore the differences on each side. Maybe your head doesn't go to the floor and you make a fist and you rest your head on your hand. I guess I'm just giving options here. And be gentle with your body as far as what you're telling it. Mind if I share? I went to, lots of hiking this last week, and my hamstring on my left is a little, it's not super happy with me right now, so I know I'm struggling getting into this side is deep, and that's okay. It's going to be different each side, and maybe you have something going on that the body's like, not so much on this side, and that's okay. So we're going to walk it up, opening up. Did you try both sides? Did you try one side? Did you like one side more than the other with a twist? Lengthening through that right hip flexor, feeling the belly opening up, relax the shoulders. And just enjoying this. Now we're going to tuck that back toe, coming back. This left leg is coming up to three-legged dog, and circle it around. The knee is bent. And then change direction. And then maybe straighten and bend. And then placing that foot back on the floor, walk your dog. Pedal those feet. And as you walk your dog, let's walk them wide. Walk the feet nice and wide as your mat. And then I just want you to shift onto your outside edge of your right foot, inside edge of the left, and then shift to the other side. So you're pivoting from one side to the other. So you're really feeling that stretch, and maybe even working those obliques and stretching through the obliques, the sides of the waist. Keep pivoting side to side. So you go on the outside of one foot, inside of the other. Let's do one more time each side for a nice twist. Good, and then we're coming back to center. Draw the belly towards the thighs. Press into those heels, soften the knees, back up into the toes. And then we're going to lower slowly towards the knees, but shift your hips back towards the heels without touching the knees to the floor, just to find your strength for a moment, and then lower the knees to the floor. Excellent cat-cow. Walk your hands under your shoulders, untuck your toes, lift the head for an inhale, arch your back. And then exhale, round. Inhale, lift, open. Exhale, round. Good. And then flip your palms up, but your fingertips face your knees, and then just wiggle your fingers. So just give them a nice stretch through those forearms. Try to make a fist, release, and then turn your fingertips to face each other now, and your palms are still up, and just give it a gentle rock side to side. Just your whole body is rocking gently side to side. And then flip your palms down, fingertips face each other, rock side to side. This should be a nice little loosening of your wrist after all your work and your down dogs and your planks. And then open and close the fingers. And then you're going to place the hands back down, and let's shift onto a hip and bring both feet forward, finding our nice tall staff pose. Pull those glutes out, nice and tall. Pull those shoulders back and down. Excellent. Now we're going to bend the knees, excuse me, just slightly. Toes are up, hold the back of the thighs. I want you to start to lean back. So I really want you to keep the legs pretty extended. So it's not a tight bend in the knees, it's just a slight bend. And you're starting to engage those core muscles and relaxing those shoulders. I want you to find an extended boat. So you're reaching those fingers forward, like you're trying to reach for your feet. I want you to bring your right foot slightly off the floor, and then your left. So really an extended. Now if you can, straighten the legs a little more. More of a hollow hold. Let's point the toes and bring the toes and heels together. So we're getting deeper into that posture. Embrace the shakiness, right? Maybe you're a little shaky. Breathe in, lift slightly. Exhale, extend a little more. Pull those shoulders back and down. Pull the elbows closer to your rib cage so we take it out of the shoulders. Inhale, lift. Exhale, extend. You got one more to go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, extend. Pull your right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg straight out to the floor and let it go to the floor. Relief. Go ahead and bring that right foot across the left thigh. Lift through the spine. Let's add a twist. Hug that right knee into the chest. Bring your right arm behind you for a kickstand. Doesn't that feel fantastic? Wiggle your right toes. Wiggle the toes. Now flex your left foot. Relaxing the shoulders. I want you to tune into the body. How's it feeling right now? Ooh. Feel the energy running through your body. Did so much fabulous things for your body today. Now we're going to release that stretch. We're going to unbind and unwind, and let's hug the left knee into the chest and bring it across the other side of the right thigh. Take your right arm, wrap it nice and tight around that left knee, hug it into the chest. Left arm as a kickstand and twist towards your left knee. Wiggle your left toes and then flex your right foot. And just notice the difference on this hip. As you're stretching, notice the legs. Another deep breath in. And we're slowly going to unwind back to center, straighten out the legs. Nice and tall. Reach those arms overhead. How tall can you get through that spine? Feel those sits bones. Roll that belly forward towards your toes. And now on your next exhale, add a forward fold. Reach for those toes. See if you were able to get a little further. Now, if you can't reach your toes, that's all right. Again, explore where you can reach with your hands. Do a gentle little shift from side to side. And then walk your hands up your thighs, nice and tall. We're going to bring the bottoms of the feet together to butterfly. So draw those feet in. I'll turn towards you. Knees are open. You're going to hold on to the ankles and sit as tall as you can. Let's tuck that chin in. And then we're going to draw circles with the upper body. Lifting everything from the pelvic floor up and circling around. So this is very good. All of our muscles attached to our hips. Everything is working as we circle around. One more time, and then we're going to go the opposite direction. Just about there. Noticing the difference on either side of the hip. And then come to center. Lift nice and tall. And then start to melt your belly towards your feet. Leaning into it. Make adjustments. Maybe you hold your toes. Maybe you bring your head down. Relax the shoulders as you come and lean into it. If you start to cramp up, just readjust again. Exploring the posture, exploring where your arms and your hands are. You don't want to yank up on the toes, but just maybe hold on to them. Maybe you want to hold your ankles and you want to push your knees open. That's fine. Again, maybe you bring your elbows forward onto the floor. Maybe you're reaching your arms out. And then we're slowly going to come all the way up. So here's our little trick. We're going to take our thumbs and we're going to place them on the balls of the feet, hands on the outside tops of the feet. And I want you to open up your feet like you're reading a book. And notice how your hips open up just a little extra. Sit as tall as you can. And then start to lean forward with the feet open. Just part way, not all the way. We're not rounding through the back. We're staying tall and we're just leaning into it. And then we're going to release the feet and come all the way up. Excellent. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Give them a squeeze and lift through the spine. And then make sure you have room behind you to lay back on your mat. But I want you to find that extended boat again, that hollow hold, engaging that core. Really extend those legs. We're going right into it this time. You know, it's because I care. We have to work the core. Relax those shoulders, reaching them towards those toes. The fingers are reaching. And you're breathing. Shall we try something new? Let's do that. Let's bring our arms out to the side and try those eagle arms again, and then cross your right knee over the left and pull your elbow and knees together. How much fun is that? And then extend and unwind. And then take your left elbow under right, left leg over right, pull the knee and the elbows together, extend it back out, unwind, embrace the shakiness. Hug the knees as you lay all the way onto your back. And then a nice rock side to side. And just massage out that low back. Maybe draw some circles with the knees. Really massaging out the back. And then change direction. Hug the knees one more time. Now you're going to place your feet flat on the floor. Go ahead and take your right leg and you're going to straighten it out. I want you to take your right arm and your left and reach it overhead. Hold your right wrist. Pull your right wrist with your left arm. Really reach, and then point your right toe. Stretch the whole right side of the body. That feels kind of good after that whole eagle cross-legged boat we did. And then relax the arms, have the elbows bent, reaching, they're just resting over your head. Bend your right knee and straighten out your left leg. Straighten out the arms overhead, hold on to your left wrist, and point your left foot to really lengthen through the body. Feel the stretch all the way through the belly, through the armpit, hip. And then relax your arms, let them rest over your head, elbows bent, bend your left knee, both feet flat on the floor. Push your belly into the spine and your spine into the floor. And now press through your feet, find your bridge. Lengthen through the spine. Don't let the knees fall open. We're going to keep them close together. And then slowly lower those hips. Go ahead and bring your arms out to a T, out to the side. And then bend the elbows until your palms are up. And drop both knees to your right. And then turn your head to the left. And just breathe. And then slowly bring your head to neutral. We're going to slowly let the legs come up and then drop them to the opposite side and then turn your head to the right. And just breathe. Feel that right shoulder melting to the floor. Feel the nice twist through the body. Now we're going to bring the knees back to center. Tuck the hips under, and then reach for the knees, hug them into the chest, and give them a squeeze and a rock. Just feel the body starting to calm down now. It's energized, but yet calm at the same time. And then go ahead and place both feet back on the floor. Bring your fingertips down by your heels. Reach them down. We're going to take another bridge. This time we're going to press up and we're going to walk the shoulders underneath the back, interlace the fingers, and open up that chest. Draw the knees in. Your head is relaxed. Now, option is to turn your head to one side. And just feel the stretch through the chest, through the neck. Again, never forcing anything. Slowly then turn your head to the other side, keeping the knees in alignment. And then bringing the head back to neutral. We're going to unlace the fingers, walk the shoulders out from underneath. Lower the hips back to the floor, and then we're gonna straighten out both legs to the sky. And just really breathe here. You can hold the back of your thighs, you can flex your feet, you can let your arms rest next to you. And just feel that nice release. The hips like it when you do this. Now we're gonna take our hands and we're gonna reach for the right thigh or the calf, and then you're gonna let your left leg go all the way to the floor. A little extra stretch there through that hamstring and hip. Rotate the right ankle. And then reverse for direction. Point and flex the right foot. Now you're gonna take a deep breath in. And then I want you to pull your head as you exhale and hold it at your knee. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, lower your head back down. Good. Then you're going to bend the right knee. Take your right arm and you're going to wrap it from the outside underneath your knee. Keep your left leg straight and put your left heel into the floor. Left hand on the hip. Open up that right knee. Drop it open. Your hand is still underneath the knee, so you're really supporting it, opening up that hip. And you want this to feel good, keeping both shoulders on the floor. I want you to bring that knee back to chest. You're going to trade. So the left hand is going to the outside of the right knee. The right hand is just going to lay back on the floor like a cactus arm, and then draw that left foot to the opposite side on the floor, and just let it rest on the floor. Keeping your right shoulder on the floor. So nice twist. And then coming back to center, hug the knee into the chest. Bring the left leg in, extend both legs to the sky. Straighten them out. Working those ankles, rotating them around. Hold on now to the left leg. Let your right go all the way back to the floor. And notice the difference on the hamstrings, the back of the leg, maybe your calf. Take a breath in. On your exhale, lift your nose to your knee. Take a breath in. And then exhale to head back to the floor. Good. Go ahead and hug the knee. Take your left hand underneath from the outside of that knee. And then open it up to the left side. Take your right hand, place it on that right hip. Flex your right heel, push it to the floor. Really opening up those hips. Just notice. Maybe that one hip is tighter than the other. That is normal. One more breath. Feel that even the hip flexors, maybe the obliques, the sides of the waist, depending on where you're tight. Now we're going to bring that leg across the body, switching hands. We're going to take that left knee across to the right. Bring the foot to the floor. Let your left arm be like a cactus arm and the shoulder on the floor. Nice twist the opposite way, very grounding. Just enjoy this and notice what's going on with the body. Feel the shoulders relax a little. Nice deeper stretch through that torso. And then we're going to roll back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. Give them a rock side to side. And then we're going to bring the feet to the floor. I want you to straighten out both legs. Let's do a full body stretch. Reach the arms overhead. All the way. Point the toes. Maybe hook the thumbs. Maybe a little lean to the right with the upper body, and then to the left as you scoot. One more breath. Reach straight overhead. Flex the feet, pushing your heels forward, and then release the arms next to the body. Walk your shoulder blades down away from your ears. Reach your fingertips, and then let your legs fall open. Closing our eyes for a moment. Tuning into our breath. Just take a look at your body. Notice what's going on. How does it feel? Hopefully invigorated. energized, feeling good, ready to go out and play. So you're going to bend one knee, wiggle those fingers. Pick a side to roll onto as you hug your knees into your chest. Thanking your body. And then use your arms to push yourself all the way up to a seated position. Oh, my rubber band is falling out of my hair. So we're going to come up to a nice, tall, easy seat, a Sukhasana. Just place your hands on your thighs and shift your body side to side. Notice what's going on. Lengthen through the spine, find our center. Chin draws in. Feel the shoulders, how relaxed maybe that they are, hopefully. Take a deep breath in. Close your eyes for a moment. I want you to tune into your spine and your posture. Are you rounded? Can you sit taller? Are you leaning forward or back? Posture is so important. Now we're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to reach the arms all the way overhead. We're going to exhale the palms to heart space. You've done a great job. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.